The 2026 World Cup was packed with unforgettable moments, but more than anything, it will be remembered for its goals. Goals that changed the course of matches, goals that made entire stadiums erupt with joy, and goals that, the moment you watch them, you know are destined to become part of World Cup history. In this video, we'll count down from number 10 all the way to number 1, looking back at what I believe are the 10 greatest goals scored at the 2026 World Cup. This is, of course, my personal opinion. So, let's kick things off with number 10. Our countdown begins at number 10 with Enzo Fernandez's goal against England. Argentina were trailing in the semi-final, time was running out, and everyone thought England were on their way to the final. But in the 85th minute, the ball found Lionel Messi, who produced a magical pass that sent Enzo Fernandez through on the edge of the penalty area. With just one touch, he unleashed a powerful strike that flew into the back of the net, bringing the match back to life. That goal revived Argentina's hopes, and just a few minutes later, they scored the winner to book their place in the final. It came at the perfect moment and proved to be the turning point in one of the tournament's greatest matches, making it a well-deserved number 10 on our list. Now let's move on to number 9, a goal that's every bit as spectacular. At number 9, we have Wilson Isidore's stunning goal against Morocco. Even though Haiti ended up losing the match, Isidore made sure to leave his mark with an absolute world-class strike. He received the ball well outside the penalty area and without a second thought unleashed a thunderous shot that rocketed straight into the top corner. The goalkeeper could do nothing but watch. It was simply unstoppable. It was one of those goals that made everyone watching jump to their feet and applaud, combining power, precision, and pure beauty in a single strike. Even in defeat, it became one of the tournament's most talked about moments. Simply put, it deserves a place among the finest goals of the 2026 World Cup, which is why it takes the number 9 spot on our countdown. As for number 8, get ready because the next goal comes from one of the biggest stars in world football. At number 8, we have one of the fastest and most dangerous players in world football, Kylian Mbappe. In the World Cup quarterfinals, France was searching for the goal that would finally break down Morocco's resilient defense. After sustained pressure, the ball fell to Mbappe inside the penalty area. With a quick touch, he created just enough space for himself before calmly firing a precise shot into the back of the net. It may have looked simple, but what Mbappe did required world-class quality. The first touch, the split-second decision, and the clinical finish, all in less than a second. That's what separates the very best from everyone else. The goal helped France secure the victory and book their place in the semi-finals, once again proving why Mbappe is one of the world's most lethal forwards and one of the standout stars of the 2026 World Cup. But coming in at number 7, we have a stunning goal from an Arab star who amazed the world. At number 7, we have Ismail Saibari's brilliant goal against Brazil. Facing one of the strongest teams in the world, Saibari showed absolutely no fear. After a lightning-fast counter-attack, he found himself one-on-one with Alisson. Everyone expected him to blast the ball, but instead he produced a delicate chip over the goalkeeper, watching it drop perfectly into the net in one of the tournament's most memorable moments. It was more than just a beautiful goal because it came against Brazil in a match that proved Morocco could compete with any team in the world. Although the game ended in a draw, Saibari's finish remained one of the most talked about highlights of the World Cup. It was a goal full of confidence, composure, and outstanding technique, making it a deserving choice for number 7 on our countdown. Now it's time for number 6, and this is a goal you'll want to watch over and over again. At number 6, we have Imam Ashour's spectacular goal against Belgium. Egypt faced one of the tournament favorites, and nearly everyone expected Belgium to come out on top. But in the 19th minute, Mohamed Salah delivered a superb pass to Imam Ashour, who controlled it with his first touch before unleashing a powerful strike from the edge of the penalty area. The shot slipped through a defender's legs and beat Thibaut Courtois, giving Egypt the lead. It was more than just the opening goal, it was Imam Ashour's first ever World Cup goal, and it gave Egypt hope of claiming their first World Cup victory in history. Although the match eventually ended 1-1 after an own goal, Ashour was named the standout performer, and his strike remained one of the finest goals of the tournament. A thunderous finish, immense confidence, and a world-class performance against one of the best goalkeepers in the game. Everything about it earned this goal a well-deserved place at number 6. Now, it's time for the top 5, and the goals only get better from here. At number 5, we have Lionel Messi's first goal against Algeria. Early in Argentina's World Cup campaign, Messi received a brilliant pass from Rodrigo de Paul well outside the penalty area. Everyone expected him to pick out a teammate, but instead he beat his defender with a quick move before curling a magnificent left-footed shot into the top corner, leaving everyone in disbelief. The goal was a clear reminder that the legend still had plenty to offer: skill, composure, and pinpoint accuracy, all wrapped into one unforgettable moment. Messi went on to complete a historic night by scoring a hat-trick, leading Argentina to a comfortable 3-0 victory. A world-class goal from a world-class player, and one that fully deserves the number 5 spot on our countdown. Now it's time for number 4, and the next goal is even more unbelievable. At number 4, we have Eldor Shomurodov, Uzbekistan's captain, and his incredible goal against DR Congo. Just minutes into the match, Shomurodov latched onto a perfectly weighted long ball and controlled it beautifully. Spotting the goalkeeper off his line, he produced an audacious chip from an incredibly difficult angle, watching the ball drop gracefully into the net. It was a moment that left everyone watching speechless. Although Uzbekistan eventually lost the match and were eliminated from the tournament, this goal will live on in the memories of football fans everywhere. It combined intelligence, technique, and fearless confidence, making it a well-deserved number 4 on our list. Now get ready for number 3, because the next goal is one that no football fan will ever forget. At number 3, we have Andreas Schjelderup's sensational goal against England. After a superb ball recovery in midfield, possession fell to Martin Odegaard, who quickly played it into Schjelderup's path. With his first touch, he cut inside before unleashing a thunderous left-footed strike from outside the penalty area. The ball smashed off the post and flew into the net, leaving everyone stunned. It was a masterpiece in every sense of the word: power, precision, and perfect timing against one of the tournament's strongest teams. Although England came back to win the match, Schjelderup's strike remained one of the standout goals of the 2026 World Cup, a truly world-class finish and one that unquestionably earns the number 3 spot on our countdown. Now it's time for number 2, and what comes next is one of the greatest goals of the entire tournament. At number 2, we have Julian Alvarez's stunning goal against Switzerland. The quarterfinals seemed destined for a penalty shootout. Even though Argentina were playing against 10 men, they simply couldn't find a way through the Swiss defense. But in the 112th minute, Julian Alvarez picked up the ball outside the penalty area, created just enough space for himself, and curled a breathtaking shot into the top corner, leaving Gregor Kobel with absolutely no chance. It wasn't just the goal that sent Argentina to the semi-finals, it was later voted the best goal of the quarterfinals, thanks to its incredible execution and the immense pressure of the moment. A world-class strike at the most crucial time, delivered by a player who stepped up when his country needed him most. That's why Julian Alvarez deserves the number 2 spot on our countdown. And now, we've reached number 1, the greatest goal of the 2026 World Cup, a moment that no football fan will ever forget. We've reached the top of the countdown, and here it is, the greatest goal of the 2026 World Cup. Sidney Lopez Cabral of Cape Verde produced a moment of pure magic that no one will ever forget. Receiving the ball on the left wing, he cut inside with confidence before unleashing an incredible curling strike from outside the penalty area. The ball bent perfectly into the far top corner, leaving Emiliano Martinez rooted to the spot as he watched it hit the back of the net. Although Cape Verde lost the match 3-2, this goal stole the spotlight. It became the talk of the tournament and was later voted the best goal of the round of 32, combining outstanding skill, precision, and breathtaking technique in a single unforgettable moment. A truly world-class goal in every sense of the word, and one that fully deserves to be ranked number 1, the finest goal of the 2026 World Cup. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments which goal was your favorite from the tournament.